Hey there everybody, Don here from Watch Report, and today I'm going to be giving you an overview of the Eterna Super KonTiki Chronograph. This was released at Basel earlier this year. They're just starting to hit the market. Fantastic looking cushion style case diver from Eterna. If you're not familiar with this watch, if you take a look back into the 70s from when Eterna started utilizing this case more. So this is almost really a throwback, if you will, to the cases from the 70s. Just like with so many other brands these days, whether it be Bulova or Omega, etc. They're all doing throwbacks to the vintage style because vintage style is what's new these days. So let's get on to this watch. You are looking at a retail price of $4,700. Now this is the rubber strap version. There's also a mesh bracelet version that runs $200 more. That would be $4,900. As you can see, it's a combination of brushed and polished, and fantastic job on this polishing and the brushing. If you see how it separates the side of the case here. It does it over here as well on the non-crown side. You have a slightly polished bezel. Even the inside of the lugs are polished. So it is a 45 millimeter case with a 43 millimeter bezel. You're looking at 22 millimeter lugs. A lug to lug of 51 meters, or excuse me, 51 millimeters lug to lug, and you're looking at 15 millimeters thick. This is an aluminum bezel insert, a sapphire crystal, and of course, the star of this watch, if you will, is the Eterna Caliber 3916A in-house automatic movement. This has a column wheel and a 65-hour power reserve. So let me go through some of this watch here quickly. As you can see, that is a flat sapphire crystal. Now, for those that are not familiar, I'm sure there's a good many of you that are watching this that already know what a flyback chronograph isn't. But for the viewers that want to be educated a little bit, first of all, let me show you the screw down crown. You can see you have your date at the 10 o'clock position, or excuse me, I'm looking at the 10 on the date there. You can see you have your date at the 6 o'clock position. Okay, there is your seconds counter, and in here, if I zoom in a little bit, you can see you have your minute and hour counter in one register. Of course, we have applied markers, and the polish on these hands and markers is so bright. When I was doing photography on this, certain pictures, you can actually see the words Eterna written on those hands because it's reflecting on them because the polish is so good. So let me screw this back down here, and we'll give you a look at the chronograph feature. So, like your normal chronograph, you start it, and it starts going around the dial. Okay, and then, reset it. Okay. But with the flyback chronograph, one of the things you can do is that starts going around the dial, and you're like, oh crap, I want to, restart that at 0, and I want to, well, instead of having to, hit this pusher and then reset it, you could just hit the reset button automatically and hold it in until you're ready to time something again, and then release it, and there you go. And you could do this as often as you want, and it's not going to affect the movement because that is part of what makes a flyback chronograph unique. So go ahead and reset it there. So being a 45 millimeter case, I really did think this was going to be a very large and chunky watch. It looks from the profile like it's really chunky, but as I said, it's only 15 Excuse me, I'm actually off on that. This is 16.5 millimeter stick. Let's double check here because I have my calipers right here, so please forgive me. Let's see. Zero them out there. And yeah, we're looking just about 16.5 millimeter stick, 16.4. So yes, 16.5 millimeter stick. So with that said, I apologize for that. It is a thick case. It is big watch. 45 millimeters is a big watch to most people. But then I put it on the wrist, and that 51 millimeter lug to lug really does help this wear, and the curvature to this case helps it wear a lot better than you would actually think. Let me show it to you on my 7.5-inch wrist. Now, one of the things I want to note when I show this to you on my wrist is two things, actually. One, I want to show you the very custom buckle here and the way the strap actually sits inside of the buckle because it overlaps. And the other thing is, I have a 7.5-inch wrist. That is all the room I have left. So for whatever reason, they did not make this strap for a large wristed fellow. But here is a look on my wrist. As you can see, this really does not wear as big as you might think it would. At least not in my opinion. And I don't know, despite the specifications, the specs that are listed, it just doesn't wear as big as I thought it was going to be. It is actually ridiculously comfortable. So there is a look on my 7.5-inch wrist. Let me take this off here real quick and finish up my overview. So as you know, we've changed to a slightly new format here on Watch Report, and what we do here is give you an overview and hopefully give you the best look at this watch possible. So, at $4,700, that is a hefty price tag, for any watch. And of course, there is a lot of competition in this category. One of the things at $4,700, it has an aluminum bezel, which, I still don't quite understand. But if you want to find out more and you want to read my full thoughts and comments on the Eterna Super KonTiki Chronograph, click the eye in the upper right hand part of the screen. It will take you over to watchreport.com. Leave a like or a comment here on YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll never miss another review. Follow us on social media. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. This has been Don Evans for watchreport.com, and this has been a look at the Eterna Super KonTiki Chronograph. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys on the next video.